Here's a Roth IRA excess contribution example that I thought would be good to go through so you can see what your options are. So let me pull up the question. So last year in 2022, I was a full-time student and took most of the year off from work and only made $4,400, but contributed the full $6,000. Is there any way to move the additional $1,560 into this year without paying taxes on it? I have it all invested in Vanguard. Any help is very much appreciated. All right, let's put some of these numbers up on the board and go through this together to see what your options are. And before we even do that, just so you know, this could happen at any income level with an excess contribution. So let's put up $6,000 as the Roth IRA max contribution and the amount that they earned throughout the course of the year. That is the $4,400. So that is a $1,600 difference. I don't know where they got the $1,560 from. Maybe there was a loss in the account and they figured that is what's attributable or what's left in the account. I'm not certain. In any case, let's start with option number one, and that is to simply remove it. Now, I say simply, don't just take a regular distribution. Contact your broker dealer, make sure that they fill it out correctly because you're going to get a 1099-R and you want to make sure that this is reported as an excess contribution and that is what's being removed. So this $1,600 could come out and there are no taxes or penalties. And in this instance, you need to do this before your tax filing deadline, including extensions. Now, let's say that you went and you filed your taxes and then realized your mistake. As long as you fix your taxes, filing an amendment and fix it before the October 15th tax filing deadline, then you can still take the money out of your Roth IRA without any additional taxes or penalties, assuming there's no growth. If there is growth, you're under age 59 and a half, then you're going to have to pay ordinary income tax and a 10% penalty for an early withdrawal. But just on the growth portion, usually not that big of a deal, but I just want you to be aware of it. The second thing that you can do here is just leave it in there for it to get absorbed for the following year. However, there's going to be a 6% penalty on the amount of the contribution, regardless of the gains or the losses. It's only on the contribution, and that's going to be at 6%. Now, assuming in the following year that you qualify to take that excess amount as a regular contribution to basically absorb the amount, otherwise it will continue at 6% every single year until it is fixed. Now, a third option, which actually wouldn't apply in this situation, would be to recharacterize it. So I point that out because let's say your income was significantly higher, but you couldn't make a direct contribution to your Roth IRA, then you would recharacterize this amount. And you can recharacterize it as a non-deductible contribution. Again, you want to file this correctly. You just don't want to go in and start moving money from one account to the other. You want to make sure that it gets reported to the IRS correctly. So get with your broker dealer so it is reported correctly. But you could potentially recharacterize it, but not in this situation because we didn't have enough earned income in order to get to that max contribution. And also to note that if it was well over this amount, then you would not be able to recharacterize it either. So there are options in order to fix your excess Roth contributions. In this instance, I would likely just take the money out, bite the bullet, and just be done with it. Just say, okay, we need to go in and take $1,600 out, pay the taxes if there are any. Otherwise, you just fix the situation with just a little bit of a headache and a little bit of paperwork. So that is an example of a Roth IRA excess contribution and the options available to you. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and we'll see you on the next one.